Do you ever wonder, how are some people ranking up so fast while your heart's stuck gold? Surely blame the 0-10 Spider-Man, right? Well, yeah, but other than that? After reaching Grandmaster myself, playing as only healer, I know exactly what mistakes you and your teammates are making that are making you lose games. And I'm gonna help you be better. I mean, if I can reach GM, literally anyone can, because I suck at everything, but that's the story for another day. Before we get to the ins and outs of healing and how you need to play them, I need to tell you the mindset you need to have in order to win the most games you can. So it all started in season 0 when I was trying to rank up as my favorite character, Moon Knight. But as expected, I kept dying every single fight I got in. So naturally, I blamed my healers, because it didn't matter how good I played as DPS, we always lost because our team couldn't survive long enough. So after losing an abysmal 10 games in a row, I started to think to myself, I'm a really good player, and if healing is the most important role in the game and the reason I'm losing my games is that my healers are bad, then I need to become a better healer and then we'd win. Now, given my aim sucked, I looked for a healer that didn't require aim.
Life energy is a powerful weapon against evil. Focus on the battle. Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Yeah, that one was a mistake. So after it was proven to me that my aim sucks, I picked Cloak and Dagger. And oh boy!
Yeah, bite, let's go. They're gonna copy me again. Oh, there we go. I got him. Too much!
Yeah, I mean, technically this happened a long time ago, so I had to borrow some clips from some streamers. Hope they don't mind. Now, this is not just a video about Cloak and Dagger, and I'm not going to explain every ability in the game. So let's just get into the bones of your problems. So you're in a game and you see 4 insta-lock DPS and think, this is going to be another one of those games. So you pick some healer you really like, or a healer you want to farm proficiency points in. Now, I'm not going to pretend that you can single-handedly save the game and change the outcome. That is just not happening in Rivals. This is a team game, and it's very important you understand this. Literally, my first improvement in game was the moment I realized just how team-based this game really is. Imagine you see an Iron Fist jumping on you. You're dead, right? Surely, there is nothing you can do. Iron Fist is one of the most powerful 1v1 duelists in the game. And that's his weakness. He is the best 1v1 dueler in the game. All it takes is one hit from each of your teammates to take him down. How about some powerful ults, like Storm or Bucky?
Feel the wrath of the goddess! Don't mind me. Armed and again!
Or Punisher?
Judge, jury, executioner!
They literally mow down players like it's nothing. Well, what if I tell you you can live through all of them through teamwork? Doctor Strange's shield is amazing for blocking most of those, and if there's no Strange, the healers can also save everyone. I mean, the game really didn't hold back with healer ults. Alright, so I hope I convinced you about the importance of teamwork. Now, back to our hypothetical match where there are 4 insta-lock DPS. The best move there is to just simply say the following sentence. Hey guys, I'm the only healer this game, and I can't heal all of you. So we need another healer. You will not believe how many times this worked for me. By simply directing their brains to understand why you need a second healer, you're doing a great job at setting up your team for success. Alright, now the game starts. Here's when the real healing happens. Some tips here. If you're a Luna, use your E on your dive DPS. This means when he's way in the back and you can't see him, and he's low and about to die and blame healers, you can heal your tanks and he'll get healed as well. In my opinion, that's why Luna is one of the best healers overall, just because you can heal someone without having line of sight. While you may be tempted to get in the front and help your team kill enemies, you need to understand your healing output is far more valuable than trying to do damage. But that's not all. If you think staying in the back is a good idea, think again. The only healer who's allowed to stand that far back is Rocket, and we'll get to that in a second. See, the reason you don't want to stand too far back is because the enemy can and will dive you, and most healers cannot escape this situation. Now you're dead, and your team no longer has enough heals, so they die too. So just simply positioning yourself in the right place can cause your team to win fights. The trick is to be just close enough so when you get dived, you can run to your tanks and have them help you get rid of those annoying spiders. Or panthers, I guess. Or butterflies. Alright, I'm spending too much time on this. Now when you do get dived, you should prioritize your escape, since your life means everything to your team's survivability. Now Rocket is the exception in this rule because of two things. His healing does not decrease with distance. Some healers, like Luna, really require accurate shots. And in the life and death scenarios that your teammates are going to be in, you cannot risk missing a shot and therefore missing your heals. And also, Rocket has exceptional escaping ability. With his fast wall climb and rocket dashes, not many dive heroes can catch up to him, and his tiny hitbox helps as well. Now you can make an argument about Jeff, but he's too good at dealing damage to be standing in the back. Another tip to keep in mind is to prioritize your fellow healers over other teammates. Every team member needs to do this, by the way. I cannot tell you how many games I've won simply because the enemy team didn't look out for their healers and mine did. Also, I see a lot of healers make this mistake that literally causes games. I want you to think about this question. You're in a team fight and there's a damaged DPS next to you while your tank is half HP in the front and taking hits. Who are you healing next? This is called prioritizing, and I cannot believe how often people get this wrong. Even in Grandmaster games, many players still don't know what prioritizing is, or even if they do, they're really bad at it. Just by knowing this one simple trick, you're actually playing better than most GMs I've met. You may be thinking that you need to save the tank because he's taking shots and your DPS is safe next to you, right? Well, the way I asked that question implies that it's wrong, and it is. And simply understanding why will help you win more games. Let's break it down. Your DPS is the main target of the enemy, meaning while they may be hitting your tank, they will try their best to kill your DPS as soon as possible. While your tank does not only have extra health than the DPS, he also has a lot of shields and survivability that your other teammates simply don't. Tanks should never be your top priority to heal, simply because they can out-survive everybody else in the game. They have higher health, they have lots of shields, lots of escape, whilst nobody else really does. And even if they do, would you prefer your DPS running away from a fight or your tanks? Now, like I said, tanks should never be your top priority to heal, with the one exception of you being a Luna and there is a damaged DPS with your blessing, or E, that is not in your line of sight. Then, and only then, should you focus on healing your tanks. Well, really, you're trying to heal your DPS, but technically you're healing your tanks. And that is only because you're healing the DPS indirectly. Honestly, I could talk about healers all day.
I understood that reference.
It's literally all I do in the game, and I love every second of it. But I don't want to bore you with unnecessary details on where I stand on this map, and when is the perfect ult for Cloak and Dagger. So here's a quick wrap up. Prioritize your life. You can't heal anyone if you're dead. Don't stand too close or too far from your team. You don't want to be hit by the enemy frontline or the enemy divers. Blitz the dives with Luna. Indirect healing is goated. Make sure you always heal and only try to kill if there is no need for healing, or if you're going to get the kill in less than 5 seconds. Do not commit on dealing damage. I cannot stress this enough. Don't prioritize your tanks. Instead, focus on other healers and DPS, especially if the other healer has taken any hits at all. Heal them instantly. And the most important tip of all, subscribe.